Good morning, everyone. Welcome to TIP Pavilion, where I have some amazing marketers with me, and we will be talking about community marketing. Today is the first day of Women's History Month, and I just want to celebrate this lady's amazing accomplishments. Because when I started on September 1st at TIP, if it weren't for these ladies, I would have drowned. And also, if it weren't for this lady, Rachel. So, why don't we start with Jillian? Ladies, introduce yourself, please.
Sure. So my name is Jillian Kaplan, and I am the head of Global Telecom Thought Leadership at Dell Technologies. I've been in telecom 18 and a half years now. It makes me feel really old to say that, but I came from Verizon. I worked at Verizon for about 14 years before coming to Dell. I was an engineer there as well as a product manager, and then moved into a marketing role when I joined Dell. And I like to say that my superpower is that I understand the technology and I understand the marketing and how to make it consumable. We're going to be talking about that today, so I'm really excited to do that.
And Jillian is actually the one that taught me how to do tip talk. So you can be grateful for that.
Or not grateful. We don't know. We don't know.
Kelly?
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Kelly LeBlanc. I'm the Chief Marketing and Product Officer at IP Infusion. And I have been in the networking industry since 1997. And in fact, this is my 10th year at Mobile World Congress. And in fact, I met Eugina 8 years ago at Mobile World Congress. So it really brings the community together.
Yep, it does. It does. Ana?
Ana Maria Morales. Eugina, thank you so much for having me in this panel. I work as an industry marketing specialist at NTT Data. I'm the lead for telecom sector, insurance sector as well. And since I joined NTT Data last year, I've been working quite close with TIP. So I believe in this short year that I've been working at NTT, we have done great stuff together.
And if you were at Fuse, NTT Data booth was the most amazing, the buzzing place of the whole conference. You're laughing, right? Because it was, right?
Yeah.
So it was absolutely amazing. So my first question to you, Ana, because when I saw what was happening at NTT Data booth, you created some amazing experiences. We don't see it that often in B2B marketing. So what is your secret? What is your secret?
Our secret. First of all, we need to understand that our B2B marketing strategy very different from what you ladies are doing at Dell and IP Infusion because of the nature of our business. But I believe that we have the same challenges. First of all, we see an overload of information through different sources, channels. This makes reaching our target very complicated topic. So we are creating very valuable and engagement content, but the way that we are distributing can be challenging. Third, I wanted to comment how we can make marketing human again, because
so it's not B2B, it's B2
human, B2
Yes.
human marketing. So the example that I wanted to bring, thanks for bringing it up, Fuse. So at Fuse, we were able to create multiple touch points for our customers, for prospects, for partners. And in this way, our strategy was to create a stimulus in different ways. They saw NTT Data at main stage sessions, breakout sessions. We were able to deliver different type of content each day aligned with Open RAN, Metaverse, and IP projects. And third, we were able to create and bring more people to our booth with different types of experiences. So little details, molecular cuisine, floor tending shows. We are also doing this at mobile, so we have presence at TIP, but we were also delivering the partner program session also with some networking and human interaction experiences for our customers.
Yes, and community as well.
Community. That's so important.
Yes, it is. And Jillian, you believe in community marketing as well, because that's what you do really well at TIP as well. Experiences plus community equals superpower.
Yeah, I think that, as we talk about open ecosystems, we also need to talk about open marketing. And one of the big trends that I've seen at this show, at Dell, we've always had a focus on open telecom networks and everything we do. And I think that a lot of what I've seen here at Mobile World Congress this year is a lot of other companies, if they haven't already joined that movement, are joining that movement, because we've come to realize is as we build these 5G enabled enterprise solutions, no one can do it alone. It just can't happen. And so if we can start to build these solutions together, we've got to be able to co-market to bring them to our customers, whether those are enterprises, whether those are service providers. And we've done, and Dell is part of like 30 plus different organizations.
But TIP is your favorite.
TIP is our favorite, including TIP is what I was going to say, because we believe in the power of keeping open. And even like, if you come to our booth here today, you'll see we have tons of co-marketing in our booth, tons of partners in our booth, because no one can do this alone. So we ran a campaign in the fall where we talked about the work that Dell is doing with TIP and a couple other organizations as well, because that's extremely important to us. And it can't be about like, oh, you do this and I'll do that. It really has to be joint stories, because if we're not telling joint stories, how are our customers going to know that our solutions are joint? Because the biggest challenge we have with open is it's complicated. There's too many piece parts. You know, that's where people see as a challenge. But if we can tell the story in a fluid, joint manner, it's going to show that it doesn't have to be that complicated and that we can make open easier.
Well said. So stories is a base for any type of content, Kelly. So how is the content evolving in this community marketing?
Oh, yes. I like to continue this theme of joint stories, and I'll give an example. Because just 2 weeks ago, we announced a press release that included 5 different vendors all together to make the solution. So our joint customer, Multinet, they are a Pakistan network operator who decided to take the open optical and packet transport project to become the world's largest OOPT project to date. And when we made the announcement 2 weeks ago, there were 5 vendors included to create the solution. And we decided to launch this through TIP at the TIP Media event so that everyone could enjoy really nice coverage on the joint story with the joint solution.
Absolutely. So you're talking about different channels of distributing the content, events, press event. Ana, you using some really interesting, not very usual B2 channels for B2B.
Yes. So at NTT Data, we see that a very good way to reach our customers is through account-based marketing. So we are delivering different type of one-to-one and one-to-few ABM programs.
So ABM, what does it stand for? If people don't know.
Account-based marketing. So
thank you.
A program designed specific to one account or a series of accounts, maximum 3, 5. So we're doing these programs on very specific topics, and we are presenting this content in different formats. We have the conventional ones, and one that we have been using a lot recently is podcast. It's a very good format to deliver messages. People don't have time to read a white paper, but they can tune in for 10 minutes to hear stories. So we created last year a series called Telecom to present the 2 different catalyst projects that we brought to DTW Forum last year, one on zero-touch automation and the other one on how telcos are becoming digital service providers. And what was great is that in each episode, we were together with clients, with Telefonica, with American Tower, with some of the partners that help us to build these solutions. And in this way, we're also communicating what we are doing with our customers and partners. As Jillian was saying, it's very important to create joint stories.
Absolutely. So you mentioned the white paper. Who is reading white papers in the audience?
We got one.
2 hands. So there's nothing wrong with white papers, as you said.
We need to. have white papers, but we need to have different type of formats. We need to be versatile and innovative in the way we deliver content.
Absolutely. And Jillian knows it well with the Tech Talk.
Tech Talk. Yeah, I mean, I think that we've done a very good job as an industry in B2C content, right? In making things young and fresh and exciting. But what we have to realize is that our B2B buyers, which you guys have now coined B2Human, are getting younger. And we need to ensure that we are talking to them in a language and a format that they want to consume. So while they might read your white paper, you have to give them a reason to read your white paper beyond here, read this white paper, something short form video, podcasts, panels like this that are recorded, snippets, something that is eye catching, especially when you're like working on social media, which, you know, the in-person events, while they're coming back, are still less than they used to be. And so socials become even more important. And they say that when you're scrolling social, you have 7 seconds to grab someone's attention.
7 seconds.
So that means that you have to do something in 7 seconds, whether it's a video or an infographic or something quick to say like, why would I want to continue to read this, to continue to read the white paper, right? You have to give them a reason. And so I think that, you know, we need to start looking at B2B content in a fresh way, similar to the way that we look at B2C content, and realize that our buyers are becoming younger. And while speeds and feeds are also important, like in a white paper, we also want to talk about outcomes. And I think you can do that in a short form really effectively.
Absolutely. And that's what powers community marketing.
Yep.
Right? Don't you think so, Kelly?
Oh, yes. In fact, when I think about community marketing, the first thing I think about is building solutions and marketing together. And I bring a different perspective to this panel because IP Infusion is a smaller company. And as a smaller company, our best marketing is when our customers and partners speak about us. So I spend a lot of time thinking about how can I get my customers and partners into the press? Because if I do this, everybody wins. And it's a giving approach to marketing. It's really the power of community.
I would say I would say that's our best, like, it's not just for small companies. Like, the best press you can get is if your customers and partners are saying nice things about you. It doesn't get any better than that, right?
A third party talking about the job that you have done with them, how we are both creating very interesting solutions. So may I comment just the partner program that we are going to host this afternoon? It's all about this. We're going to have sessions with our customers, with our partners, to present selected use cases, but it's the best way to do it. Nobody wants to hear, okay, yes, I'm great. No, you need to tell, somebody else needs to tell and support this statement.
Yeah, it's like the best compliment you can get. Right?
Absolutely. Last question to my esteemed panel. What can we expect from community marketing from Dell, IP Infusion, and NTT Data in 2023?
I think more. I mean, I think that, you know, like I said, you come to our booth, you can see all the partners in our booth here. All of our stories have partners in them. We can't build this alone. We actually launched our open telecom ecosystem community, which is going to be a community that lives on LinkedIn. We launched it yesterday, and it's going to be thank you. It's going to be to ensure that we continue this community message, that we bring partners in. We have a self-certification program for ISVs. They can come self-certify on our hardware. It's totally free. We launched that at Mobile World Congress Vegas. So a continuation of what we started to ensure that this community stays open and more open, and that smaller players can come into the space so that we can build the solutions that we want. It's not just the big guys or the big gals, right? It's about ensuring that people that want to play in the telecom space can play here.
Well said. So your word is more.
More.
So more. What is your word, Kelly?
So, two things.
Okay.
So I'll focus
Two
on two
words.
things. So this year we have a focus on announcing more customer wins to show the
More.
benefit of open networking with use cases. I think that's one of the things that the industry really benefits from is learning through these success stories. But for the second one, I have to say
Okay, success is word number. Okay, and then yeah.
we're going to Fuse.
Amazing.
So we enjoyed being at Fuse last year. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again in Madrid in October.
October 9. Thank you for that, for a little plug, for Fuse. And what can we expect from NTT Data?
Well, definitely more collaboration with TIP. We really enjoy being part of this amazing ecosystem. We see a lot of benefit and we want to strengthen our relationship with TIP, do way more activities together. We will do a webinar after mobile, so more content together with TIP and as Kelly was mentioning, success stories with clients. For us, it's very important to be able to tell our customers, our prospects, what we can do with them, and the best way for them to imagine the possibilities is when they see an example. So we will be launching one success story in the upcoming weeks with
well
Telefónica
done.
and the
Well done.
automotive. So very nice projects and success stories.
Awesome. So let's thank the amazing panel. Thank you, ladies. And here's to more community marketing.
More community marketing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.